tougher teams to face. Just what stands out to you about them this year?
Well, I think they're a much more skilled team. They've recruited some good skill forwards. Their goaltender Bitzer is really good. Their blue line's a little bit younger. They lost a couple of pretty good players back there, but other than that, I don't think their team changes a lot. I think they're a little bit older, a little bit deeper, and but the one thing they always do is they always make it hard to play against them. They work hard, they're tenacious, and they get after teams. And I think defensively they've been pretty good. Maybe early in the year we can try and expose that, maybe if they're playing some young guys, but I like their team a lot. I like their team last year, and obviously they were the better team in the North Star Cup. They deserve to win, and hopefully we can turn the tables starting tomorrow or Friday.
How important is it to not overlook this weekend and look towards that Minnesota series for the guys to take Bemidji seriously?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? I think this group has learned lessons. I think when you get an older group and the importance of every game, you certainly don't look past or undervalue any team. If we do that, then we don't deserve to win. And so our message is pretty simple. You respect every opponent that you play, you come ready to play, and you put your best foot forward, and that's what we're looking for. And when that weekend is done or that game's done, you turn the page, you move on to the next one. And if you start looking too far ahead, you're in trouble. And if you don't respect teams, you're going to be in trouble. And I think our guys have a ton of respect for the team we're playing on Friday.
How do you feel about the home weekend, especially on opening weekend?
I don't mind it. I think it's good. Get a chance to see your team on the road early in the year, especially if you look at our schedule. 4 of the first 6 are on the road. So if we can continue to be a good road team like we've been, that'll be a good thing for us. And then obviously we improved last year at home versus 2 years ago, but we still need to be better here, and Friday's our first opportunity to start the year the right way there.
Talking about Dom, how big a step do you want him to take from last year to this year in terms of being a leader of that offense?
Oh, he's just one of quite a few guys we need to take bigger steps. I mean, obviously, when you look at his year last year, his first half was outstanding with 13 goals, and second half, aside from the injury later, his second half start needed to be better. And we need him to be more consistent like we do a lot of guys. We need our team to be more consistent from game to game, weekend to weekend, and he's one of those guys that certainly is a key guy for us, but I think consistency is a big word in our room right now for everybody. I mean, I think last year, our first half, we were way more consistent than we were in the second half, but we need to try and build that into a full year's worth of consistency throughout every game. He's included in that.
What was the biggest thing you took out of Sunday's exhibition game at Lakeland?
We got, again, balanced scoring. We got different guys scoring, which I think you're going to see a lot of this year, much like last year. Got an opportunity to get some guys in some real game situations. I think the first period showed that immensely. I think we had the puck a lot, but we weren't engaged physically. We weren't into real hockey, is what I call it. They had played 4 games, and they looked like a team that had played some games, and we looked like a team that had practiced against each other, and until it kind of got going there, and I thought we got a little better at the end of the period. I liked our second period a lot. Third period, there really wasn't much going on in the third period, so I think it was nice to see some new guys get in and have some success. But we told our guys keep things in perspective. It's going to get a lot tougher in the intensity level, and the game is going to be a lot harder come Friday.
Kaz year 2, what are you hoping to see from him progression-wise?
Probably echo the same thing I said about Dom. We need consistency. I think he has the ability to elevate his play to another level, just like a lot of our players. So we're hoping that he can do that. He certainly has, I think, another level there. We saw bits and pieces of it. And don't get me wrong, he had a great year for us. But I think, even talking to him, he wants to be better. So there's some things that he needs to do throughout the year in practice and preparation to elevate his game. But we just need, again, good, solid, consistent play. We don't need pucks to go through them. If they go around him, that's not a big deal. So just like every goalie, it starts there, and you need that consistency, and I think that's something that he, along with a few others, need to continue to strive for, as well as our team.
Between him and Matt, do you feel like that is a position of strength, maybe, whereas it was a question last season?
Absolutely. We knew last year coming in, we had, Niels was really the only guy that played, the most experienced guy, and you're bringing in a freshman that hasn't played college hockey, even though he came with, certainly a strong reputation of what he did in junior. But now you look at, having him go through his year. Matt's been here 3. We feel pretty good about having both those guys, as well as Nick Deary, who's, a good goaltender as well. But those 2 guys will certainly solidify our goaltending position.
Really excellent, kind of a fun moment on Sunday, birthday, scores, just your thoughts on that?
It was great. Those guys came out of the locker room and scored a goal in first shift, and we joked about telling them to go back and send the other line back out because they scored right away. But it's exciting. You knew some of those guys on that team. He grew up in Thunder Bay. He's probably watched that program since he's been a kid. I think one of the assistant coaches coached him in Bantam, so for him it's probably a little bit different situation. But it was nice to see him go out there, get a goal, get an assist, play well. You can see how he can skate, his effectiveness as a skater, and I've really liked our freshmen. I think they're growing, at least through the practices that we've had. I liked what I saw in the game. Hopefully that trend continues for them, but it was nice to see for him.
What are the expectations of Neil playing with Andy? Is he going to try and put him shift for shift with Andy on that top pairing?
We'll see. I think, he's a solid player. He's also playing his offside, so there's going to be some ups and downs. But much like we did with Susie and Raskob their freshman year, we threw them in the fire and they worked through it. And if we need to make changes, we will. But I liked what we've liked what we've seen out of him so far, and Andy likes playing with him. So we'll see if he can handle the minutes. We always have good switches. Seuss can play up there, and we got a couple other guys that can also fill in there if we need to, if things aren't going well. So we haven't really changed too much. I like kind of like that pair together. I like our other pairs. We've got some movement maybe on the 4 through 8, but I think we're kind of slowly solidifying our top 4 or 5 guys.